Let's share it to the group. See if anybody's out there. Where the heck is it? There it is, group. All right, let's go. Almost there. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Welcome to this Headshotly AI session. The founder of Headshotly is here. Glad you can make some time. Nafis Faysal?
Yeah.
Faysal. Okay, got it close. All right, Nafis. Thank you for making time to talk about Headshotly, which I really like, because there was a lot of buzz about Headshotly in some other groups. I think Ken Moo's community was promoting it. You were in there a lot. I was even busting your chops in the beginning. I said, we got to change the name of this group. It's Headshotly now, and we've seen other tools like this, other platforms. For people that don't know already, you can use AI and you upload at least like 10 photos of yourself and it'll create professional headshots. So you don't have to go hire a photographer, which is great. But I've been playing around creative mode, which Nafis, I think you saw I posted on my Facebook wall.
Yeah.
And my mother already called me and said, "What happened? You got tattoos? What's going on there?" I'm like, no. It's a new AI tool. It's okay. No tattoos.
I'm really glad that your mom liked it, and that the fun part. Like, I also sent a lot of photo to my mom, and my mom can't believe like this is not like, let's say, I'm not saying it's a fake photo, but it's AI created, of course, right?
Yeah.
So my mom is like, "Oh my gosh, that is really possible. How that possible?" And that I'm creating a lot of photo of my mom and sending to her, and like she's like, "Oh my gosh!" Like she's like it's
Can't
kind of
believe it. Yeah.
Like for her, it's like, oh my gosh, like I never thought that I could have such photos. It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah. I mean, for years, I was using Photoshop, and I was, making Photoshops of my head on another body or doing all this fun stuff, and it was amazing. It was fun. But now with like the new age of AI, you just kind of do it at like a click, and like a platform like yours does all the heavy lifting. Correct?
Yeah. I mean, that's how I mean, like the story was really like. Well, let me tell you the story, like why we started.
Yeah. Tell me like the
Right?
origin story. Like, how did you go about developing this project of yours?
Sure. So, we started this project like back like 2 years ago. So the problem was I moved to a different city and I need a lot of photos, like professionals looking photos for some IDs and some like documents and stuff. And I was looking for good photographer because I'm not a very photogenic person and I'm really like little bit camera shy guy.
Me too.
So yeah, exactly. So I was thinking, okay, you know what, I have been building a lot of things, like really a lot of things, because I have been doing AI and machine learning for more than 12 years now.
Oh wow, 12 years. And you were working on other SaaS tools as well?
Yeah. Previously I built two other SaaS tools, that was back in 2019, 2020. Also, like, yeah, it was we was doing pretty good, but I moved to a different city and it was completely different story. I need to pause a little bit. Now it's run by my sister and my cousin.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So the things happened, like, I was looking for the photographer, but I really didn't. I couldn't talk with the photographer, so I went
Was
to
this when you moved to Portugal? Correct. You're in
yeah,
Portugal now, right?
Poland.
Okay. Oh no, you're in Poland. I'm sorry. I had
Yeah.
Portugal last week. Poland. Yes, we discussed this. So
Yeah.
you went. Is this when you moved to Poland, and that's when this all started? Like looking for a
Yeah.
photographer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I need to go to the photographer, and like it was like, oh my gosh, like I cannot like explain to
And
them.
then the language. Do you speak Polish?
I speak Polish a little bit, but it's not very fluent.
Yeah.
So it's
They
a little
speak
bit
English, right? They speak English
They
pretty
speak English
well.
really well.
Yeah.
They speak English really well, but sometimes there are some photographers, because it's a small studio.
Yeah.
Sometimes, so it's really hard to have such a good photos. And the photo shoot I had with the photographer, it wasn't really good, and I was, oh my gosh. So I had to add such a bad photos on my photo ID, and it would be like permanently
Yeah.
like have it on my photos for a long period of time. So I was like, okay, I think I can do much better. And then I start developing these AI models. Luckily, there's a lot of resource out there right now.
Yeah,
Uh,
there's a lot of platforms in the space already that you could kind of look at and say, "Oh, I this can be done because
yeah,
others are doing it, right?"
yeah, yeah, exactly. Like Midjourney is creating photos, right? It was
Yeah,
a
I
big
use Midjourney a
inspiration
lot.
for us.
Yeah,
Like, okay, if Midjourney creating such realistic photos, then obviously it's very possible if I train my photos, and then AI could also create such photos.
yeah.
Though Midjourney can create, I think, if I'm not wrong, like you cannot train a Midjourney with your photos.
It
So
it's a little tricky. Yeah, I guess that's what I thought right away. I was like, I have Midjourney. I'm using it. It you can upload the image, sort of train it, but it's still inconsistent.
mm,
Where like Headshotly and I think Free Pick was the other one. There's a bunch, but Headshotly, it was very easy to just upload. I grabbed like 10 photos that weren't even great like quality. I know you have the rules in the beginning. You should have them in the same time frame, consistent, good quality. I grabbed like Facebook pictures. I grabbed, and it still produced really nice, nice stuff.
mhm,
So it definitely is good if you're super lazy and you don't want to go through prompt engineering and training. The training model that you set up,
yeah.
it's quite impressive, I gotta
Great.
say.
Great. Thank you. Thank you. Like we want to make it really simple so that because like if you want to go to a photographer is just taking a photos, right? You don't
Yeah.
have to do that much of work. Just you have to stand for
Stand
it.
there, and then you're
Yeah.
not always happy with the photography.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, I do actually. I used to work at a photo lab, and the guy there was a great photographer. I mean, nothing still replaces an awesome photographer. You need that for some creative shots or some things, but it is more expensive and it's a longer process, and you have to get ready. Like right now, my daughter's communion's coming up, and we had to hire a photographer, and we're already like, what suit are you gonna wear? My wife wants to know what outfits are gonna wear. Where this headshot is a lot easier process. You're not there yet. You're not doing communions or weddings yet, right? But one day maybe you could do
Yeah.
pictures for
Yeah.
that.
We can do that. Like we can literally right now do that because I saw there's a lot of like users who were sending me photos of creating their maternity photos,
Wow.
and like it's so emotional sometimes to see such photos and they're sharing with me. It's like, oh my gosh, why they're sharing with their
Yeah, yeah.
personal photos. And then I was asking a couple of them and they were saying, oh my god, I'm sharing with you because it's such a great tool and it makes me like so much joy. I had a bad day, let's say, and like I'm watching these photos and oh my gosh, I never thought that I could have such photos. Or I haven't done any photo shoot for a while now. I have a lot of photos in like 10 minutes. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's the reaction we got, and that's why we completely revamped our design. And the logo is like basically a smiley face in a frame.
Yeah, I like the logo. Nice and clean.
Yeah. So because I see that the reactions after the model training is like, oh my gosh, what just happened? you know?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I got some weird like stuff some impressive, and some like it was me as a woman. One I'm like a ninja. I mean, they were still pretty good, because I know creative mode is not your main
Yeah.
feature of the platform, right? It's more
We're
the
working on it. Yeah.
professional, but the creative. It came up with some really cool shots of me like leaving an airplane. With when I was in the military, like it was very cool, very cool. But
Yeah.
how big is your team? I was meaning to ask you. You said
So
your sister is running your other company now?
yeah, my sister is
Okay.
running other company right now. In Headshotly, we have right now 10 members. Most of us are very technical. I would say like three of us are AI scientists, and the
Okay.
rest of I mean there has a guy in business, there is a guy in the supports. There's a couple of my friends who are also
Are they in Poland also? Or are
yeah,
they
yeah, yeah. They're
oh
also in
wow. Oh
yeah,
wow, you guys are all there. Oh
yeah,
cool. Oh,
yeah.
that's cool. Nice, nice. Uh,
So
so
the story was like, so I was looking for this photographer, and then
yeah,
I had
yeah.
a photo shoot, and I was like, okay, let's see if I can solve this problem, and then I start solving this problem, and this is like my personal story, but there is another story that basically inspired me to invest a lot of money on it, because I know immediately that this could be a really big thing. So I was working with a big corporate, like one of the biggest bank in the world. It's like more than 100, 105 years or something
Oh
like that.
wow.
Yeah. So I was working remotely, mostly hybrid, not remote, like completely remote. So I have a couple of my colleagues, and we have really good relationships. However, we never see each other in persons. And it was for a long period of time, because I was joining the team. Then there was a COVID and everything. Like, it was so messed up. And after the COVID, the office culture is completely changed. Right now, people
Yes.
really don't
Yes.
prefer to come to office in a regular basis, and somehow we couldn't align with the time, and we never planned to like, okay, let's meet or something like that. So so I went to office, and I was working in some part of that office, and like, we see each other, like I was seeing my colleague,
Yeah.
and we look each other, and like, kind of like, weird, awkward, even though, because we never been in the office.
Yeah. Yeah. You're used to working remotely.
Yeah, and there is no photos on our team directory or nothing.
Oh, nothing.
So, and then the voice is recognizable, right? Like, because I have been talking with him for a long period of time, and was, oh my gosh, you're the guy.
You're the guy. That's what you look like.
Yeah, that's how you look like. And like, then it's like, okay, there is something wrong, definitely. If a big corporation can have such photos, then what's the problem? Then I dig into the problem, and I start talking with a lot of other colleagues and my managers. My intention wasn't like to have to create a tools. Like, my intention was to understand, okay, why we don't have photos in our photo directory. And some of them are saying, oh, it's like a silly matter, sometimes we don't have the good photos.
Yeah.
We don't want to put unprofessional photos in the photo directory, because it's a permanent thing. So everyone can see your photos, so they could judge and everything. Because we judge
Yeah. Of
when we
course.
do see
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
photos, right? And people are afraid of uploading bad quality photos and like bad poses, because most of the people have selfies, or like
Yeah.
wedding photographer that they cropped and put on this
Yeah, the
great.
Photoshop adjustment, Instagram filter, something
Yeah.
random. I mean, I was using a picture of myself when I was like a kid for Facebook for a very long time. I was like, I don't like any of the photos of myself, you know?
So, yeah, exactly. That's the story of like pretty much everyone. That was the like trigger point for us. Like, okay, let's solve this problem. It's a
Yeah.
serious problem, and I think it has a really good potentials. And then we start working on it. The first iteration of our model wasn't that really like realistic. It was like bit distracted, everything. Then we slowly, build up, and it take us a long period of time to even figure it out. Okay, what's we should do really inside.
Was it like kind of fantasy at first, like a comic booky, like more
Not
not accurate? Like, is that
not
the first?
accurate, not comic booky, but
But
kind of like realistic.
artistic mostly, like a painting maybe,
Not
or
painting, not painting. Let's say it seems it's real, but it's not exactly you.
not there. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Gotcha. Okay. Kind
So
of that's kind of what like Midjourney has and others. The kind of it looks like you, but not really. There's something weird, you know. When I was
yeah,
using other tools, like I would get some that are very nice, but then like the ears were a lot bigger than they should be compared to my little tiny ears, or I was much darker, which I don't mind because I'm so like light. It's like, give me some color. Sometimes it makes you look better, but it's not accurate better. Like I don't want I don't think anyone does. Well, some people I'm sure do, but on Instagram, I know plenty of people who are like they glamorize their photos. But you want something kind of accurate that's still
yeah,
kind of you, and it keeps some of the wrinkles in place. That it's not so fake.
yeah,
Which I saw with Headshotly, I can do the more fake, and then I could do the more accurate.
yeah,
And then actually that was great because even then I could take it to Photoshop if I wanted to and just tweak it a little bit. But I already have a nice base,
yeah,
where
yeah,
other prompting, the workaround we were doing with like Midjourney or other platforms is you find a celebrity that you look similar to and
yeah.
you put that celebrity in the prompt, but then you put a reference photo of yourself and
Mm,
then you describe yourself, but make myself with shorter ears or bigger nose or whatever it is, but it still looks like a cross between you and the celebrity you mentioned. It's not
yeah,
you,
yeah,
it's close, but it's
yeah,
not you. Where what you guys have is you really train the model. You could just upload all the photos, and it gives you a more accurate, you know,
Yeah,
data information. Correct?
exactly. So that was a big concern for us because I'm like actively talking about AI in ethical uses and everything, right? So it was for us like we definitely have to have a platform that people can't manipulate uh, in a way that they could use it in a bad way, you know?
That's what I was going to ask about the ethics of AI. I mean, that's the biggest convo right now topic. How is there any legal issues to worry about, or people uploading images of someone else? The ethics involved in this, like how have you thought ahead? Obviously, you have, but like what are the rules? Like, what is there any gray area? You know, like
Well, that's a really like interesting topic to discuss. I think we can talk
we
for
could talk about that because I know with AI, and I shared with you when we talked backstage. I'm an artist, a
yeah.
hobby, fine arts, and there's a lot of outcry right now with
hmm
artists all over, especially on Instagram. They're
yeah.
against AI because AI scrapes, images and other people's styles. Like you say, style like Joe Maracic, make an image in the style of him, and I'm honored. I'm like, hey, it shows up, great. Or
Yeah.
Monet, and there's like the artists are like, that's mine, and you're taking it and you're just mass producing, AI art.
Mhm.
I think the art is a little different than this. This is
Yeah.
identity. This is exact identity.
Yeah.
But it's the similar kind of, I could see people getting upset in both spaces.
Yeah, yeah. We're still working on it because, for example, let's say if I was asking you to give your upload your like IDs, uh, it would be crazy. Like, okay, why this software is asking my IDs? Just I need to create some photos, right?
That's right.
So, but now if I think about in a different point of view, let's say if someone could take my photos and and train a model, they could use it, but
Yes.
that's the catch. Like our AI, you cannot create, let's say, nude photos. We
Yes.
literally add like a safeguard on it.
Safeguard. So you got that. So there will
Yeah,
be none of that, which is, yeah, that's a big issue right now with people putting other people's faces on, yeah, bodies. That's good. So you already have the safeguard there.
yeah.
Do you have the ID part of the I
No, no,
no,
not
not yet.
no.
Or was there a camera it's you thing or anything? You're adding that?
So, well, like we trust our users
Yeah.
that they wouldn't, misuse the platform. Of course, yeah,
Yeah.
some users
But
could.
eventually, once you become successful, that always happens with any platform.
Yes.
You're gonna have the bad apples that are
Yeah.
gonna try. So you might want to you put something in place, I guess, down the road, right?
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah, that's
Um,
what we have in our pipeline. That
Pipeline.
if we see that people are started using it in a bad
Yeah.
way, probably we definitely have to have that protections because we don't wanna um, you know do anything bad with our.
Inder is actually mentioned using Headshotly with the Jog AI. Jog is another. They do the avatars, the talking avatars, the videos. This is a good use case combining together, and also Jog does have. And right away they had it. I was like annoyed at first. I'm like, what is this? I got to put my camera on, and I
Mhm.
have to say this is me, a little recording, and then it would submit with my recorded face, so
Mhm.
they knew that it was me. I guess that's the safeguard that you can add, which is in your pipeline. But right off the bat, seeing that, I was like, oh, this is so annoying. But now I'm like, you know what? It's a good idea because they thought we're going to get a lot of users some might abuse the system. So,
Yeah, some might start abusing the system, and we have to, like, we are also working on it, like how we can like protect those type of cases. Well, but for like we are still very early, and for us, like if we add like a big entry barrier for the users, and like I just want to have a photos, like I can go to the photographer and I can like spend maybe 30 minutes. Well,
yeah.
like you have to travel, you have to book appointment, a lot of things, um, but it's still I had a conversations with photographer. I respect their work, and because you cannot replace the experience of
Yeah. Yeah.
having a photo shoot with a photographer. It's a different experience. But
Yes.
the use cases for headshotly is like, let's say you need a photos, you don't have the, let's say, budget, or maybe you don't have a good photographer, in your city or something like that. You can have, like, in your home, just upload the 10 photos and that you have the great photos. Because online presence nowadays, it's become a bigger, presence for any of us. Like, we need
Yeah.
to have a, like, good brand, at least
Brand.
a good photo,
Yes.
at
Yes.
least have good photos. And very interesting part, like, there's a lot of, like, our platform is like one time payment, because how many times you go to a professional photographer? Maybe in a year twice or three times. But the interesting fact, we saw a lot of content creators from LinkedIn, from Instagram. They started using it, and they're like paying a like crazy amount of credit in every single month, because they are adding irrelevant photos with their post. And what I found very interesting is, like, I was analyzing their comments, their reactions, and everything, because they used to use one single photos multiple times. Now they have every single post, they have new photos, and they
Yes.
got
New
a
photo.
good reaction. Like, it's 55 to 60% engagement increases
And
after using the photos.
And you could also, I mean, even if you still go to a photographer, or say you have, they do the photo shoots at work. Sometimes a large agency will bring a photographer in and they take everyone's picture, and you have that picture. You can still take that nice picture of yourself and use it to train Headshotly.
Yeah,
So nothing is wasted. You know, it's always, we still want people taking photos of themselves because you need that data to train
yeah,
the model and to
yeah,
update it, correct?
yeah. So that's a very good point, because if you upload photos using your, let's say, phone's photos,
Yeah.
the accuracy you will get from the model, because I'm always saying that our AI model is not 100% accurate. There
Yeah.
has like the photos, excuse me, there is a photos we are creating when we train the AI models is around like 80 to 90%, something like this.
Yeah.
Is you will get like accurate photos, and there's the rest of the 10% photos you wouldn't probably use it, because it's you, but it's not you
Yeah,
exactly,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. Somewhere
So
a little bit weird, but that's with anything. Usually, you pay some of those things. Like, I know the iPhone apps; they have a few of those that came out last year, and you would spend like $39 or $50 one time, and you get like two photos, and the other 20 are totally different person.
yeah.
So that was kind of a waste of money. You know, like
Yeah, so luckily that our system, that's why we got a lot of good reactions, and that's why this group was full of our photos, because people loved it. And it's so interesting that we can create such a realistic photos. Even my friend's mom can't even like, say this is AI created or this is real photos. So back to the topic that, but if a photographer is taking the photos, let's say you have 5 or 10 photos with good lighting, with good background, you know the accuracy of the AI model you will get if you train with the data, it's like mind-blowing. It's literally mind-blowing, because I saw, at least I know personally, at least 10 photographers who are using our platform like crazy. Like, they are taking multiple photos for their clients. And recently in Canada, so there's a lot of snowing. So there is a guy who came to one of our users, and he's a professional photographer, and they couldn't have outdoor photo shoots. And when this photographer delivered like 100 photos with outdoor photos and different pose and different background, this client was, oh my gosh, what just happened? How that possible? How you did it? It's a completely different like conversations with the photographer that client had. And then this client is like, oh my gosh, it's a completely new business for me. So I used to have like maybe 5 or 6 different photos for the clients. Now I have 100 photos, and clients are loving it. They're not complaining about it that is a fake photos. It's a AI created photos, and they're loving it because they love their great photos and they need great photos.
definitely always need photos. Like you said, your brand. It's all about
Yeah,
you. You know, you want to get out there with the photos.
yeah.
Inder was asking, do you have an API to make in bulk? He likes APIs.
So right now we're working on an API platform. So probably we'll be like like launch this API platform, but you have to wait a little bit because
Yeah.
it's still there's a lot of things going on. We recently partnerships with a Hollywood photographer. He's one of the big name in photography. Um,
Oh, really? So you have a photographer that you're kind of working with, like,
yeah, like
developing this, getting
yeah,
input from. Oh, that's
yeah,
great.
like all the like annotations and everything we did, or the engineers we had after training the models, we have a photographers who are helping us.
Oh, that's great. I was going to ask that because that's huge because then you have someone in the industry that knows, what people are looking for, the shots, the lighting, all that. I guess when you prompting your platform, that helps a lot.
Yeah,
Correct?
yeah, that's
That's
why
key.
like we have the good, like framing this, there's a lot of details, so
There's a lot of stuff in there.
yeah. Also we my co-founder are a photographer, so he also have a very like strong domain knowledge on photography. So yeah, that like our team is really like rockstar team, I would say. Very small but very very talented guy. uh,
Yeah.
all the people we have in our team, it's amazing. So yeah, back to the topic. Like this guy will be helping us to retrain the model, because we are planning to retrain the whole thing again based on the feedback and everything. We already got a lot of feedback, we are already fixed a lot of issues that we had, and it's getting better and better, and I am pretty sure it will be getting better and better.
Yeah. No, it's excellent. I mean, and you've been out in front promoting it, right from the get-go. And I've seen a few people. I think Richard was one. There was quite a few users in the Ken Mu community, and even the LoudEgg community that was saying, "Hey, this is pretty legit. It's pretty good." And I'm like, "Wow, I see this guy every day. You're like nonstop. So you're kind of the front-facing part of the company, I'm guessing, right? The other guys are kind of more like in the background doing. You're doing the work with them, but then when it's time to like go on social media and stuff like that, they're like, Nafis, that's you. You go.
Yeah,
Do your thing.
yeah, like I have to, because like all of my guy are as I said, mostly AI nerds. So they
We
don't
all are. Yeah, we all are.
somehow someone have to take the responsibility to
Yes.
market it, right? Otherwise we cannot show that how great platform that we
Well, Nafis, this is you, right? This is not an AI version of you I'm speaking with.
know.
Not yet.
Probably after
Next
next
year.
month you could see an AI version of me. I cannot guarantee you, because um it's okay. So I never shared this story or
Yeah.
shared this news to anyone, but we are working on a video platform.
Wow. Wow.
And
Breaking news.
yeah, and you can have access all the AI models that are available in the market. We
Oh,
are not
wow.
only including our ones, and the one we are working on right now, you can create your own version of your video avatar,
Oh.
um, with your voice.
Is this going to be a separate tool from
Yeah,
Headshotly? You got to
it
call
will
it
be,
something else.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It will be calling it a different name, and you could train your you'll be able to train your avatar with your own voice.
Oh,
So
wow. That's great. I mean, that's another crowded space, crazy space, but that's good that you're doing it. So you're kind of covering the whole AI visual
yeah,
world.
yeah,
May
yeah,
as well. But you want to get, I guess, Headshotly AI down first, get it going good, and then this one will
yeah,
roll out. Oh, that's
yeah.
good. That's great. That's great news. Not good for your competitors, but good for you. They're like, oh no, these guys, I thought they were just going to deal with pictures. Now you're doing the whole thing. So the
Um,
avatars, yeah, it's good.
because we build a pipeline pretty much like it's because we see that there are a lot of content creators who are also requesting, oh man, you know what, I wanna um, create a video content, but I don't have like time, or I don't have a good background, or sometimes I don't wanna sit on in front of the camera,
They
so I
want to
want.
do the faceless YouTube channels are booming right now. So
Yeah,
it helps a lot with SEO, with marketing your brand. If you don't want to get in front of camera, there's no excuses anymore because now AI can do it for you.
yeah,
So and if you guys are setting that up as well, you'll be all set. You'll probably have a lot more customers than that, you know. So
yeah.
scaling.
I hope that we'll be able to solve the issues that people are having. And because I'm talking with a lot of customers, like I'm so obsessed with our users, to be honest. Like that's
Yeah.
why I think like you are seeing a lot of activities from me, because I love to talking with
Yeah.
because
No,
I'm
no. Whenever someone comes into like the communities, we have like a welcoming group. We always like, bust people's chops and say, "Hey, who are you? Which guy?" I think one thing I said, because I love the excitement. Like I get excited for it. We always say invest in the founders. Good founders is where you're investing your money, especially with the lifetime deal community, which that they can get crazy. So we always see the excitement, but then we say, I want to make sure you're still excited, down the road. We hear from you, because the founders come and then they go, and we don't know where what happened. And it happens. It's unfortunate. Tools don't always scale, but
yeah.
you've been from the beginning. You've been very responsive. You've been fun. You even laugh, you right away. I was like, all right, this guy's all right. He's good. Don't go running away though, Nafis, to hide from us, but you're good. I mean, my thing is I'm in the LTD community, but also MRR
Mhm.
subscribers. That's very
Mhm.
important.
Mhm.
So that's where you're going to scale.
Yeah, yeah. So far, we are like getting a really good response. I'm so grateful from the community. I'm so grateful from other sources that we are getting a lot of users in every single day. So yeah, we are doing pretty great. And the things that there's a lot of comments about like, okay, why it's, let's say, a bit expensive compared to others LTD deals or something like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
right?
Because it's not. Yeah, I guess we could talk about the LTD a little bit. It's not like a true LTD, but you added higher tiers that are LTDs, right? I don't know
Yeah,
if you want to. The LTDs another week. I think you have.
yeah.
Yeah,
Other weeks we have, so because I have been building startup for more than 7 years now. So I wasn't a big fan of like LTD deals at the
it's
beginning.
yeah. A lot of users in the LTD community aren't even big fans of the LTD deals because they worry that they're not going to survive. So you came in, and I think that's why you got that pushback of, wait, we still have to buy credits. We have to do this. So is it really an LTD? And I think that's where the confusion came in, right? You had a
Yeah,
lot of that.
yeah, yeah. But the good thing is, if we, let's say, listen all of the feedbacks that, okay, we need to give a crazy amount of credits for X amount of let's say deals. uh, I run multiple models. I have like more than 50 plus
Yeah,
custom GPT for me who are supporting as a team member.
yeah,
It's a different story. So I was thinking, like literally every single corner cases before launching this LTD, and I don't wanna this have this experience, and don't wanna give that experience to the people who are trusting me after 6 months. Oh, I'm closing my business because this is what happened. You know,
yeah.
so
I
that's
figured
why.
I'd put it on the screen this way people could see, if it's okay with you, the LTD. But you got 6 days left, so if anyone wants the LTD, and if you're watching this video after this, it's over. So you gotta do subscription. But
Yeah, yeah. And the best part, like, this is the, like, we are not making any money on
yeah,
LTD.
yeah,
The things we wanna share with our users, that there is a great platform. You should use it. You should see how powerful AI is, because we are so early still in AI era. Yes, of course, we are living in an AI era. That's why for us it's like, okay, we are living in AI era for more than 7 years. But if you compare with the like mass populations, it's not quite there yet.
yeah,
There's a lot of things is still going on. It's pretty new. So this is headshot is such a tool. It's also a pretty new tool. So I want to give them, the audience, to experience. Okay, there has a tool is coming out. You have to be prepared, that can create so realistic photos. Even if you have some realistic photos people are using in a bad way, you should be aware of that you can create such photos. It's just a matter of time. So that was another point for
this
me.
is this is the creative one that I posted from
Yeah,
with the
this looks
text.
crazy, right? This looks so crazy.
I know this is ridiculous, this stuff, but I found it funny.
Amazing. Yeah, we are also working on this creative mode. Hopefully, in next week, we'll be able to also launch YouTube thumbnail generators.
Okay.
So right now, you can create only professionals and creative photos, but in YouTube thumbnails, you have to have a different expressions and stuff. So it's a different process of model training. So we are also adding this. We are also working on it. Yeah, there's a lot more coming soon on
A lot
headshot
of
list
stuff
so that
coming.
we
Yeah.
can cover this creatory space that people are loving it and they are using it.
And then Inder saying, what if we not have good quality photo
Mm.
or like a raw photo? Yeah. You need like at least you should have good quality, but if not, they could throw it in the
1024
mix.
resolutions, yeah, at least 1020. We recommended like 1024.
Yeah, I did 10 and I got some good ones. Let me see if I could find them. Professional headshot. Also, the lifetime deal and a non-lifetime, the pricing plan. How is that going to work? Like a lifetime deal, if you buy, there's different packages, but to retrain the model is really what a lot of people will want. Some of the lifetime deals don't have, they only have like the few amount of retrains, right? And
Yeah.
then other higher ones you can retrain other ones every month, correct? And then when you do your subscription, have you planned that out? Like say I want to retrain another model of myself,
Mm.
and I ran out. It's like an add-on. Do I pay? How does
Yeah,
that
yeah.
work?
You just have to add on. You just have to buy the model training credits.
And how
Um,
much does that cost? Is the pricing
so
going to change or?
so right now it's $15.
Oh,
uh
okay. For one model?
yeah,
Oh, that's not bad at all.
yeah. And the good part is, like, you don't have to buy extra photo credits. Like, if you have a model training credit, you will have 50 like photos by default. So like, you are not only getting just one model training credit, you are also getting like 50 photos with it.
I used the photo. I think I had like 10 photos of myself that were not great photos, like I said, and my hair was longer in the photos. So
Hmm.
that's why they look longer here. But this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Like the accuracy is pretty good because like even this photo, I kind of look like a little heavier, fuller, but that's really what I look like right now. Unfortunately, like, hey, it is what it is. But the quality, it's good because it's accurate. It's more accurate. It's not, your tool doesn't lie a lot like where others will. There are some on here that I look a lot better and I'm like, hey, I don't mind that, but they're usable, It's
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah, the problem with the other competitors, because this space is become crowded, because like, people want to tap into this market. And the problem we found with other tools is, like, most of the photos are kind of like cartoonist, or like, like oily, like painting. uh,
Yeah.
that's the big problem. I think they have to solve the
No,
thing to
I mean,
solve.
and again, that's why I want to try this again when I have better photos because this, like like my nose is. I know things about myself being a portrait painter, like how to, I've done self portraits of myself. There's things, there's features, there's lines on my face, like the under the eyes, the wrinkle here up here, like little things that I would notice. The cheek, there's like a little extension there.
Yeah,
That's kind of my face,
yeah.
and I could Photoshop it. But I like, this is the closest I've gotten. Free Pick has also, I'm a big fan of it. I haven't used it as much as Headshotly, but it did make some really nice ones too. I'm not gonna lie.
Mhm.
Um, but I think this one is better. Yeah, I mean, Free Pick is AI is also coming out. I guess they're probably your number one competitor, right, in the market. Well, one
Yeah,
of the top ones. Yeah.
one of the top ones. And they wasn't like, have such stuff before, because now the space is so crazy, everyone is trying to do everything. They used to sell like stock photos. Now, AI can create stock photos. So they are really afraid of these things, that, oh my gosh, that our business will be completely,
The stock photos, yeah, it's and it's stock photos everywhere. People are uploading the stock photos to sites, and it's like they're AI photos.
yeah.
Indra's saying, are you planning other angles? Can you do like a side angle of?
Yeah, of course. So you can create a side angles using custom photo generator. So there
You
is
could
a
prompt
yeah,
later, right,
you can
to change
prompt.
that.
But if you want, like, of course, like, we can. like we have couple of different variations in our pipelines. Let's say right now we are focusing on like YouTube thumbnail, then modeling, casting agencies. So probably we'll be adding it.
Look at this. I like I'm in Game of Thrones here. See
Yeah.
that looks I look cool. I mean, the creative mode, but there was some I know this is still your fun, but it's fun, like and it took like minutes. I literally like a few minutes and I mean you gotta laugh like Harry Potter. Look at
That
I,
was that
this
that
is actually me. This is actually very accurate. The AI it wasn't lying here. That's really what I look like, I just letting you all know out there. But there was one I was like, even when it made me look well, the plane one was really cool.
Mm.
The Batman, there was one that one was good, and I think this is a female, but it looks like me. I mean, hey, I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
we
I
we
had to share that.
we have some fun moment with our users, and honestly, like the photos you were just saying this of your women versions of your photos, we intentionally skip it. Like, what, it's a creative mood. uh
Yeah, this is
we
not the primary use case of Headshotly. We
Yeah.
know, right?
No.
But it's pretty impressive the way you guys set this up because this could turn into birthday cards. I mean, the use cases. A lot of people want the fun; they want that fun part. So
Yeah.
it's good that you offer this,
Yeah.
even though really you're mainly corporate headshots, realistic events.
Yeah.
Weddings. If say like I know with us we had our wedding photography and some of it my wife wasn't so happy with. We could still use Headshotly. We train it with those photos, correct, and
Mhm.
and come up with
Yeah.
some polished, better ones.
Yeah. Yeah. You could. Now we are also working on the versions that you could create a multiple people's photos in single frame. Right now, this AI only can create a single person's photos. So
Okay,
yeah, we
so you
are.
will have multi.
Yeah,
Okay,
multi
okay.
persons photos too. You'll be able
Did
to.
you want to walk through? Do you want to share your screen and show like kind of how to upload and do things, or it's up to you. We
Yeah.
could just
Yeah.
talk
Sure. Sure. I can. I
whatever
can.
you want for a little bit,
I can.
if you
I can
want.
show. I can show how we can train this model. So.
And
Um,
in a week, have you already announced like because a lot of people will be watching this to subscribe? Is there like a free trial? How much will be the starting monthly fee for to use Headshotly
so.
in a week or so? Do you know yet what you're planning on for your subscription, or are you going to keep like an LTD kind of model going?
So we don't have plan to keep this LTD model going, like for a big period of time. We could rethink about it if we see the demands that people would love to buy like 10 or 20 different variations of models. Yeah, we can. It's based on the users, right? Because I want to listen our, like, our community. I want to listen our users, like how they want to use it. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not
yeah,
like, because I don't want to like create a platform and say, okay, this is my platform, I can do whatever I want. It's not like that. I want to see that people are using it and people are having a lot of fun with it.
yeah,
um,
yeah.
but the good news is we are planning to reduce a little bit our pricing, because I see that if we could reduce, there would be a lot more users who would be like happily to adopt the platform. And my intentions right now to serve as
To
many
get
people as I can.
users,
Yeah,
yeah.
because like the story is like there is a couple of things like I experienced, like there has a couple of users uh whose relatives died a long time ago, or their son died, and
Oh,
they created a completely new models, and they're like seeing their photos and they're sharing with the families.
oh wow. That's a
It's
great use case. I never even thought about that. That's
Yeah, I
excellent.
also never thought about it, and I was like, oh my gosh, what just happened? Like, I
Yeah.
never thought that people could use in that way. And that way they're sending me a message. It's amazing. It For me, it's like, oh my gosh.
You finding
Like,
new use cases.
yeah,
Yeah.
not only just use cases. Like if someone paid me thousands dollar, the emails they're writing to me, it's a different story.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah, yeah.
different things for me. Like I want to have and I want to serve more users. Okay, there is a lot of users, probably they don't want to spend a lot of money, but I wish I could serve more. But yeah, like if we wanna sustain for a long time, we
We
have to
need
have,
to some
cover
sort
our.
of subscription. Yeah. No, and I think it's good. I even tell people who are looking just for those one-time payments in the AI space. Sometimes you don't want to invest too much one-time payment
Mm,
because it's constantly evolving. Where we bought a lot of tools last summer that are already obsolete now. Because all they focused on was the lifetime deal, and not the subscription model, where if you have a subscription model and people are paying whatever $15 a month or $50 or $100 a month, then you kind of can scale, and you can increase price, lower price, have a Black Friday special. And then if, say, in the future we're not even using computers anymore, hey, you don't want to have that lifetime deal that you spent like $10,000 on. That money all went away. So I guess it's definitely good. This space is good. I have plenty of tools that I have subscriptions to.
I
You
also
know,
have a plenty of tools. Like I really love the community, and yeah, there's a lot of useful tools that we are also
yeah,
using every
yeah,
single time. So that's why I wanna create the values. I'm not just wanna create a business that have some revenue or that have something like that. My motto was simply like when I started my first company, my motto was to support like a couple of families. I cannot change everyone's life, but if I can
yeah,
change
yeah,
like
yeah,
couple of people's life, couple of people's family, then that would be like more than awesome for me. Like
yeah,
it
yeah,
makes me
yeah,
so happy. So that was the story. That's why I started like this company, and then this building SaaS, because it's a lot fun. The people I'm working with, they're very close to me, and we have a lot of talk outside even our work. So yeah, it's a lot more fun. Not only just we're not only just working, we have a lot of also fun too. Yeah, so back to the topic, that we also have this regular subscriptions package, but it's a one-time payment. I wouldn't say it's a subscriptions, but if anyone wants to create more photos, they can they can purchase more credits. It's also cheaper when they train the model, because training the model is the most expensive things for us. So that's why we can also like provide the credits in a.
Will it always be like a one-time payment to start, and then the add-on, the for retrain? Is that kind of that's the so it is kind of the model? There is a one-time payment to like open the door to start using it.
Yeah,
That will
yeah.
always be there. And then, so you're never going to have a just flat, like $99 a month plan. You're always going
No,
to have this
no.
starter, $65 and up, I guess, depending.
Yeah,
Or you could have, you said you might have a
lower
lower
the
starting
pricing. Yeah,
price.
will be
You will,
lower the
yeah,
pricing, and yeah, provide as much value as we can.
yeah, yeah.
That's the main goal right now
get
for me.
more get more users. And I know we mentioned that we were going to do like a giveaway, but because of time of day, that we don't have too many reoccurring in the audience. They're probably sleeping overseas, a lot of people. So what we'll do is we'll do a giveaway, but we'll do like a Facebook post in the group, if that's okay with you, and we'll
Mhm.
have more people involved that way, answering questions and stuff. If you'd like, it's up to you, Nafis. This
Yeah,
whole,
yeah, yeah. Sure,
yeah, we can
sure.
do it in the future. But did you want to share a little bit of the upload process, or
Yeah,
I
yeah.
could even do it if you want.
Uh, if you want, you can go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I guess I could. It might be easier. I don't think I have the. Yeah, because I already shared my.
But you can, I think, use if you want, you can use a better photos
Yeah,
or
yeah. I'll just show whatever I can see. Let's see.
maybe I can show a couple of the features that we have. That is not only just like.
Yeah, I mean, basically. Oh, I also like that on your website you have a free tools. I discovered the other night. You have some free tools, correct? Free
Yeah.
AI tools that you could use. So that's really
Yeah,
nice.
we have 10 free tools creating like upscale photos, removing backgrounds, and like creating YouTube thumbnails, the type of stuff.
Yeah, and then so
So
we got the model training. So then, yeah, where I mean, basically, what I learned is you start with the process where you select your gender. If you want the professional, I did the creative right away because I was just tempted to see the fun stuff. But professional is probably what you want, and then you could search for your profession. You can go through whichever one you want to, close. I mean, I think I did like marketer, or
Yeah,
you could
yeah,
add marketers a new
yeah.
item,
The
or
fun part is like when you were adding these marketers,
artists. Yeah,
this AI, we have this AI agent that is, understand the personality of your photos and understand this. Okay, this is your professions. Then it create photos based on your profession. So it's more relevant, so that we can provide more relevant for
yeah.
the users. Yeah,
And then I would just do short hair test, and then it gives you the rules. That it's pretty straightforward. I mean, you upload 10 to 50 photos. I think the more the merrier, right? I just did 10, but if you have 40 photos, go for it. It'll make for a better model.
yeah,
And it gives you the rules here, what to avoid, the typical Facebook photos that I'm sure a lot of users right away, you probably get support emails saying, "Hey, it doesn't look like me, the quality's not great." Well, yeah, you uploaded like 25 pictures of you and your friends at the bar, and in dark lighting.
yeah,
Of course, it doesn't look like you. And then you just drag and drop there, and that's really it. You know,
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's really simple, and
very simple.
um, we are really happy that we turn out this model training process so simple that anyone can use it. Like, it's not really complicated to even figure it out, how I should train the model, how I should create the photos. We are still working on our design and everything, so that we can have like better user interface. So we are not just stopping there.
Yeah. No, you have. I mean, there's a lot of nice features already. Um, and then I think, where was it?
Just
Yeah,
AI
this
free
is this
tools.
is your website, and then you had these free tools, which was nice. I mean, you could create, like, it has like a photo generator and YouTube thumbnail maker and all this. This is all the free stuff.
Yeah, this all the
Image.
free stuff.
Yeah, because you should promote this some more. People like free.
I mean, so people. There will be some people. If I say, "Oh, there you can create a, like AI headshots," but this AI headshots, it's a random headshots. Like,
Yes.
so they'll be saying, "Oh no, go." So it cannot create my face.
Yeah, yeah. But it's a random generic headshots, right? Just
It's
any
a
kind of.
random
But
yeah,
you know that this is a big use case in the SEO digital marketing community with
yeah,
personas and stuff like that.
yeah.
So you could get a lot of traffic from there. I'll definitely bookmark this one.
So that was the main goal, that so that others people also can use it, also can experience like how good our quality is. So yeah, that was the main goal for these free tools, and we are also planning to add more. Like right now, this AI signature creators, email signature creator is one of my favorite one, because I used it a lot. So you can just upload your photos, then you will have this social media and everything, then it will create the codes for these email signatures. Also, we are, as I mentioned earlier, like, we are also working on this YouTube thumbnail, so it will be also available very soon. And yeah, I can also show you some fun stuff, maybe as you already showed that.
Yeah, fun stuff is always good. I mean, we could always do another session too, because there's a lot of stuff here, and even do a talk on AI in general. Even more, going down that rabbit hole. Pick your
Yeah,
brain about that, because
that's
this
great.
is the key thing right now is AI. Everything's AI. I mean, our customers at the agency, at the marketing agency, they're even asking, which AI tools should we use? What kind of strategy, content creation? So just AI talk alone is big.
So there is a photos of my friend Lisa. Let me share the screen. Share the screen. Okay. So this is the photos that our AI created after training the models. It's like most of the photos here are mostly professionals photos, but the fun part, after training the model, you can create any photos. Uh, but but of course, as we discussed, we have safeguard, so you cannot create any type of nude photos. And the way we are influencing, even if you're writing a prompt, let's say something you are trying to manipulate, that way we are influencing behind the scene. It's like we are we're literally pushing to our AI models to create professional photos, like beyond the tone, something like that. So there's a lot of users I found that they are not very good in prompt writing, so that's why we add these AI prompt writers. If you click it, you will have a random prompt, and then you can select how many photos you want to create, or what type of outfit you want to have, or colors, and then you can just hit the buttons and it will create the photos for you. Also, let's wait a little bit. By the way, we're also working on this like image creating times. Right now, it's take a little bit longer, so we are also working on it to make it more faster. Hopefully, by next month, we will have a better versions of it. As you can see, this photo is still like all professionals looking photos. And the good part is, let's say if you write a really bad prompt, like creating a sorry creating a photos for LinkedIn, and if you hit prompt enhancers, this prompt enhancer will create a better prompt for you. And if you notice, like this prompt is like mentioned what would be the camera, like settings would be, and how it should be look like and everything. And then you can hit enter the same process. You can also select the ratio how you want. And but there is a one fun part I really love about this tool. So what type of style you really prefer for your photo shoots, let's say, if you have any choice?
I don't even know. I never like how they're produced, but the lighting, like
Yeah.
depends on the, I guess.
Star Wars.
Oh, if you want like a theme, yeah, you could do Star Wars. Would be, yeah, that would be top 3.
Yeah.
That would be fun. I think for our engagement photography, we did some Star Wars stuff.
So probably let's see if I can take the photos. Let me choose the photos. So let me show the photos first. Yeah. So this is the photos that I want to clone.
Okay.
So I take it from the internet. It's a random photos. So what I can do, I can click on the style replicator, and there we go. I don't have to do anything, and I just have to hit enter. I hope it will be able to recreate the photos for my friends. So it will take some time. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes it takes longer when we're on lives. I notice the software slows down.
Yeah, yeah.
Happens with all the tools that I have.
That's how it works. It's when you're
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
demo.
this wave video, whatever we're on here or restream or any of them, it's just slows down a lot of things.
But yeah, it's fun because you can just literally take the inspirations from the photos. See now.
Oh, wow. And it's yeah, uses the corporate headshot of her and made her the, Star Wars girl.
Yeah, yeah.
That's very cool. Is this available yet on
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Headshotly?
It's available. It's available. It's just
Nice.
you have to upload a style, and then it will
Upload.
recreate the
Yeah,
photo.
I saw. I like the prompt part, the custom, which I really didn't even mess around with this stuff. But this is great. It sure saves time. I mean, from the old Photoshop days where we had to do everything by hand.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So that was this is one of my favorite features because it can replicate photos so easily. It's really fun to do. Like we love funny stuff.
Yeah, no, you gotta have fun.
Because this tool is too serious, like everything is so professional looking
Yeah,
everywhere.
you want for the corporate work you need for the Facebook, you want to or LinkedIn, a nice photo, use that. But then you want to have some fun. You got this whole creative mode.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
And people who aren't creative, they will love it even more because now they have access to this. They have something in their head, they want to get it out there. And that's how I look at AI as an artist. I'm not bothered by people using AI to create artwork as long as you label it as AI created. Don't try to put it on a canvas and sell it and say this is my art.
Mm.
But there was a story I think like a couple of years ago. This old elderly woman She was in one of the Facebook AI image, I think like a Midjourney
Hmm.
community, and she was saying, you know, she always wanted to paint, but she never could, and she just, you know, now she's too old. But she found like Midjourney. She
Hmm.
started using it. Her grandson showed her, and now she's happy that she had these ideas in her head, and she got something kind of close that it put together that she, you know, like you could never, like she would never be able to go to Hawaii now, but
Hmm.
she has a Hawaiian painting made
Yeah.
with AI sunset. And that was like, okay, I get the use case. You know, we don't have to be the gatekeepers of you know, of the art world, you know, that all this AI is evil. It's another tool.
Yeah.
And some people, look, if it makes them happy, well, how does it affect me? But yes, don't proclaim it as your own art that you painted it, or steal someone else's pure, you know, art and replicate that and make money. I can't even make money off my own artwork. I don't want someone else making money off of it.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's one common questions we got from the audience, or I mean from the users, some of the community, that what if we have a better AI models in the market, right? And for us it's like, yeah, of course there could be a better AI models, and
Will
we
you
are
be
not,
adding them? I guess if they show
of
up.
course we'll be like adopt that technology as quickly as possible. Like if there is a better AI models, like yesterday there is a better AI models in the market that can create a better pictures, we'll be adding on the fly, because because
This is
because
why you don't sleep. This is why you're up all night looking at this
I mean,
this
yeah, yeah,
AI model.
that's a different story. Like, but you know, like we are open to adopt a new technology. We are not restricted ourselves that, oh my gosh, we have to use our AI models and some other AI model is bad. No, like if we have better AI models, if we could build a better platform, because end of the day, what do we want? End of the day, we want
The
to
best, yeah.
have our users better quality photos, spend I mean less time,
So you're not
less
locked down
money.
on one
No, no.
platform. You'll pivot, adjust as it goes.
Yeah.
Are you using a mix of different
So
AIs, like,
so
you know,
right now
stable
we have,
diffusion and
yeah, yeah, yeah. Our architect is based on definitely stable diffusions. We are
yeah,
so grateful for it. It's open source and everything. Otherwise it would be really hard for anyone
yeah,
even in
yeah,
the
yeah,
market right
yeah,
now who are like working on this tool. But as I said, like if there is a new architect, there is a new models that is creating a better photos, like we are happy to adopt it, because that's what we want. We want to serve our users, and for us, AI model is not like that. We are restricted to use any of it. For example, of course, there is the things that we're really conscious about it. We want to use AI models that is trained properly, not use random data and everything. So there's a lot of things, of course, we are taking care of.
yeah. Like the privacy part, people get paranoid. I get paranoid. Like when we upload these photos, and we're uploading them everywhere. And the most ironic thing is people complain about, oh, what about privacy? And they're discussing it on Facebook, for example, or another social media platform, where, you know, you're already putting your pictures out there to the world anyway. But they do get more when they're paying for a SaaS tool,
Mhm.
like Headshotly. Do you have something in place that the images are of ourselves that we upload, will they end up anywhere else, you
No.
know? Yeah,
So we are not using any AI. Oh, sorry. Even I don't have access of your AI models. To be honest, if you don't
yeah,
give me the access, I wouldn't
you
have.
can't,
Even if I
yeah.
want to access it, I will ask
What
you.
about the photos that we upload of ourselves? Like people upload
Uh,
photos. I
it
mean,
will be
for
it will be
your
deleted
own
after.
training, you can use it, correct? But then
No,
it doesn't get out. No, you don't. Okay,
no, we don't use it. We don't use
okay.
it at all. And all the photos, it will be deleted after 14 days. But we
Oh,
are thinking to keep it, because because the common feedback we got from the users, when they have a really good AI training, because it's also have a learning curve little bit,
yeah,
that I have to
yeah.
upload these photos and these photos, then I will get a better pictures. And they say, oh my gosh, I was selecting some of the photos, and now I don't know what was one I was selected to train the
Yeah.
AI models.
Can we
Can you?
do it again? You had a good one. Also, like if you upload and you have a good batch, can you regenerate and use the same batch from like months ago or 30 days, within 30 days, to regenerate and try again? Like, can you do that, or do you have to upload the 10 photos each time?
No, no, you can do that.
Regen-
Like,
So you'll just pay the add-on, whatever, $15 or whatever it is. Boom, you get another, okay,
yeah,
training.
If you like train your AI models, and if you don't delete it, it will be there for forever.
Oh, okay.
We are
Okay.
not accessing your any of the AI models. We are not using any data. We are strictly following this. We are strictly following these EU guidelines and everything. Also, like, there is a lot of apps. They don't even have such a button. So people can delete account data any moment. They don't have to
Yeah.
contact with us.
Yeah.
They can delete the full account. They can delete the model even. If I go there, you can delete the models.
Do you want me to share your screen again?
Okay. Sorry, I'm not sharing this. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
Do
yeah,
you want me to show
yeah,
you? Okay. Here
yeah.
you go.
Great. So you can even delete the models. If you want, you don't even have to ask us to, delete your account data, delete your account models, anything. You can delete everything, literally.
Wow.
So the things we found, uh it's a very interesting case study for us, to be honest. Like, by default, my thought for in general for the people is like, they're like mostly honest, they're helpful. But we have, like, the good news is that we don't have such users. That was the only one cases we had. So a guy, he trained AI models. He got a lot of good photos. He deleted the model. He deleted his account data. We had one bug: he couldn't delete his generated photos. And somehow I saw, well, this guy are claiming that he didn't use our platform, and he didn't like download any photos or whatsoever, and he didn't ask for refund, but he created a dispute in his bank, to his bank, like because they are not using our service. And I wrote every single thing, so that this guy is using it and everything, and all the logs that we had. Unfortunately, this guy is like crazy, and I sent a message to that guy: dude, why you did it? Like, why
Yeah.
you could ask
Oh,
for the refund?
you
I
always
would.
get some crazies.
Yeah, right. But we are still keeping this buttons, so that users don't have to even bother to ask us, okay, delete my data or everything, because we
Okay.
understand that there is users who are concerned about their data.
Yeah.
And the best part, like, we are not using any data to retrain our AI models. All the data we have, because we have a couple of sources. They're very big name in the industry, because billion dollar company are also like collecting data from those sources. um yeah, so I can make sure that we are not using any data whatsoever.
Okay. That's good to know. Give people
So
some peace of mind. But yeah, I wish more people, logged into this live session. I know Inder's always here, but there you sharing a lot of knowledge on this. We're definitely gonna post a replay, and I'm gonna try to cut this up and edit and make clips, because I think everything you have on social media, you type everything out. I see your posts. You're active. You're answering all the questions. Sometimes people want to see it on video and hear it. And this stuff is great. Sharing like what's going on, the pricing, the options, the privacy. We covered a lot of stuff.
yeah, yeah, thanks. Thanks for having such a interactive session. So yeah, I would love to, like, that's what I'm saying. Look, I don't want to have something that I'm not very proud of. you know I want to create something that I'm very proud of. I
Yeah,
want to create something that people are using it and they're happily sharing it with each other. Is that what I want to create? And that was the main goal from the day one.
yeah.
Well, so let me tell you one more thing, that if you want, you can even gift any subscriptions to any of your friends, families. You
Oh wow, that's a
Yeah,
great. Yeah, that's a great for the like a birthday present, holiday, Christmas gift.
yeah,
This I think my wife would like this. I could see right away. I know she loves the photos. You have that whole crowd with also the younger kids with the what is it, the snapshot and the Instagram filters. They're doing all these things with their photos, and it doesn't. It's still look. It's cool, but it looks
mm,
cartoony.
yeah,
Where they use something like this, more accurate. It
yeah,
could be much cooler for them.
yeah. They can also gift it to anyone. So you just have to select the gift, and then you have to select the numbers of vouchers, and it will be creating. It will provide you a code, and you can just redeem it. It's super simple.
And the lifetime starter. How many training do you have
So
on
you
that?
can train 5 different persons.
Five.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah,
Or five of the same person if you want. If
yeah,
you want to do different photos.
yeah.
And then when that expires, you pay for
If for
$15
yeah, if for
or
the regular subscriptions, like we are for the users who are already paying for the lifetime deal, we have like 50% discount for all of them. Like
oh, that's great.
the regular pricing would be $30.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. Okay.
so, but for the lifetime deal, who are purchasing our lifetime deal, I want
Oh,
to give them
so
something
so
really
if you
special.
miss on the lifetime deal in a week, if you just come, it's just $30 to start. Say is the price model, the starting price model,
Yeah,
to buy one. So it'll be $30, but it's not going to be monthly, or it's just
it's not
what?
gonna be monthly
No
because it's,
monthly. Okay.
yeah, it's one time. If we see that there are a lot of content creators who are like, okay, no, dude, please have something monthly.
Yeah, yeah, like the other tools like Opus, the video tools, the Descript, they charge, whatever, $50 a month, $30 a month, different packages because you're using it constantly.
Yeah,
And if you need that many credits, I guess you would do like an enterprise option at that
yeah,
point.
yeah, exactly. And you know the best part, like, there's a lot of lifetime deal that, well, there's a not definition of official definitions of lifetime deal, of course.
Yes.
You can access these credits for your lifetime, but there's a good part, like, for this monthly renewal lifetime packages, we are not taking, like, we are adding all the unused credit how
Rolling over?
yeah, roll it over.
It's a rollover. Oh, roll over. Wow,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
great. Okay.
So if you paid something, we don't want to just okay, we
That's
take
it.
your money,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, yeah,
we don't
that's
care.
it. Okay, that's not. Yeah, yeah. Some tools are doing that, which is really a great bonus
I
where
mean,
you don't lose it.
it
Rolls over.
depends. It depends because of course, like, we can do it for our headshotly, probably for other tool probably wouldn't be able to do it, but for headshotly, because we know that we can support it and still it would be sustainable for us, and we don't have to send a heavy heart email, hopefully.
Yeah, we got to avoid those heavy hearts. What if I know this is all devil's advocate? You get a user that they created one model and they weren't happy with it. Is there any kind of like try again thing, or you get that one time you could try again, or no, sorry, you got to follow the rules of we give you clear guidelines before you upload. What's your policy on that? Like a
So it's very clear that if someone is not happy with the photos and don't misuse it, for example, let's say download or use more credits and saying, oh, um, I'm not happy, because we found 3 users who are literally, like, abuse the system.
yeah, not happy with it, but they're probably using the photos.
Yeah, they're
They are happy with it, but they're
very
just
happy with it. Yeah,
complaining. They want free.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we have a refund policy. Like, if you are not happy with the AI photos, then we'll refund you. But of course, if you but of course, this have to follow this guidelines, this photo
Yes.
guidelines, because the
Yes.
photo guidelines is very important. Because I found recently that happened. Like, there is a users. By the way, this I was so surprised even that users have even have a SaaS tool, and he reached out to me that he's not happy with the output, and I said, okay, no problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want to take one more credit? I can give you one more credit, you can
Yeah.
retrain.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't know about him, and he was saying, no, I know, like, how to train. I because I have a SaaS and everything like that.
So yeah, if he knows, then obviously he might be training his own thing by using yours to figure it out. Constantly uploading photos. Give me more free. He might be doing something a little shady there.
And you know what he did? He uploaded 15 different photos and 15 different peoples,
Oh, to
and and
see.
and and
Yeah.
and 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 then he like, write in the email that he followed the photo guidelines. I told very clearly to him in that email, like, you have to upload your photos, like, did you follow? And he,
Yeah, he was playing stupid. Yeah, he was. They ruin it. They ruin it for the rest of us. They take advantage, and you try to be, good to the users. You don't want to have any upset users, but there will be some that do
yeah,
this.
bad apples. And that was the hard way I learned, because my default behavior for the people is like, I trust people.
Me too. Guilty. Yes,
So
guilty as charged. Yeah, and
yeah,
then they say the people that make money in this industry. They just don't care, and they do whatever they have to do to get ahead. That's probably why I'm broke. Like I don't. I'm like, hey, let's all be friends. Everything's
Yeah,
good.
like
But you want to have a balance. You do
yeah,
have to when you have a SaaS like yours. You have any kind of business. You want to be kind. You want to be respectful. But that is a point that you have to protect your business. You have to
yeah,
protect.
yeah,
People always, it seems, in the SaaS, they always take advantage. They try to test it and push it as far as they can go, see
yeah.
what they can do. Some other things, reselling and things like that. But you've been in the community a long
Yeah, yeah,
time,
yeah. I
so
also have a lot of
y-
SaaS, and I have been
yeah.
using it very actively, and that's what I'm thinking. Oh my gosh, we have a couple of questions. I think.
Oh, it was. I think I just see from Inder, right? You saw the ones from Inder.
Okay, so he's
Yeah,
asking about
yeah. I already answered some of them. Like, do you have the API?
can make father and grandfather photos. Yeah, of course, you can create your father's
Yeah,
grandfather
this is one I
photos.
put up before. Yep.
Yeah,
AI questions for
yeah.
him.
So
I'm sure we're gonna get a lot more questions. We're gonna share the video. The video is gonna be up on YouTube. So if you're watching this in the future, make sure you take notes, go through this. And Nafis has been kind enough to do. I think it's the first time you're doing a session, right? You've
yeah,
been
this
really
is the very
active,
first time
so I'm
I'm doing.
honored that you decided to come on with me.
Thanks for
Um,
having me. Thanks for
no,
inviting me.
thanks. And yeah, headshotly.ai. Go check it out there. We've got one more week if you want to do a lifetime deal, but the pricing is still going to be after that very fair. So it's not like creating FOMO. We got to, buy now. If you're watching in the future, definitely,
But
definitely
yeah,
going to
of
be worth
course,
it.
if someone bought our lifetime deal, they will get a 50% discount on the regular price. Like all the time. We
All
are
the time. Yeah. And then in the future, you see as you're adding, like you said, you're adjusting the model, you're constantly updating it. And we'll like in the future, let's do another like AI talk. I was saying maybe we could do like a roundtable, and have a few people on where we could start discussing AI in general. Like you could do the AI images part and models, and we could have like someone with an AI content writing tool wrapper, and we just talk about what's going on. And on that note, like where do you see AI by this summer, end of the year? How much are you gonna have many sleepless nights because you're gonna be doing more work? Like, where do you see it going in general?
it's a really interesting time that we're living right now. There's a lot of things that like it's unpredictable right now. Even there's a lot of big companies they're also trying to figuring out what's going on really in this industry. But the good part is everyone is working, they're giving their best. And the way I see the industry is, you have to adapt. You have to adapt the AI technology. You have to adapt as much as you can and implement in your business. The the coming days, we will be seeing a lot more agentic AI, and our life will be, I hope, much more simpler,
Hopefully.
and we'll be able to spend more time with our family, friends, have more fun. But of course, at the same time, we also have to understand there is a console. Of course, we have to be aware of that and have to be really conscious about it, and not have to like not to think that this AI is taking our jobs and everything. It's not like
Yeah.
that.
There's a lot of fear out there about that right now,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
people are
yeah.
gonna lose their
There's a fear.
jobs.
Yeah, and like there's a big media influence. So I'm sorry to taking time
No,
to answer
no,
this,
this is
but
great.
there's a media influence that media is saying 95% or 100% code can written by AI. Of course, it can written by AI. For example, I can even show you right now that if you write to ChatGPT, let's make a Spotify clone. Yes, it can make a clone like
Yep.
Spotify. But if you wanna create a different app, a different concept, with different values, it can't. And even let's say we are also using AI coding tools to boost our productivity. But the way it's promoting that AI can do everything, it's not
Not
there
there
yet.
yet.
Probably
Not there yet.
probably someday it will be able
They're
to
saying
take.
it'll be 90% AI, 10% human, around something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
But the 10% human is the special spicy sauce.
Yes.
That you got to make that 10% strong, and that's you, and that's what's going to differentiate you from the others. If you're just making AI tools, there's so many that are doing it, just making AI wrappers. They're just building these tools, but not thinking about the human element,
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
that's why it is a crowded space. But then hopefully tools like Headshotly stand out because you're actually thinking about the other part, the human element. I didn't even know you have a photographer on staff that knows, having a photographer with that knowledge, that's huge, because photographers are actually some of the best image prompters I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I've done a little photography in college, and whenever I'm using a tool like Midjourney, I'll use the lenses, the
Yeah.
lighting, the Nikon, shutter speed. Knowing that terminology, and you have someone on your team that does that professionally,
Yeah.
I don't think I've heard of another tool that's doing that has someone with that knowledge. So
Yeah,
that's
we are doing it, and the guy who is working with us is a big name,
wow, that's great.
and we have a lot of like sessions with him, and yeah, I was also talking with him like before this meeting. It's really fun to talk with him because he knows also a lot about photography. He have been like doing photography for more than 20 years, and he's also running a big community, a professional photographer community. So yeah,
Okay.
there's a lot of photographers who are also afraid of AI, that AI is taking their job, but it's not really, because it's adding a new verticals on the business.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the way I see all the AI tools. Yes, of course, there has some jobs that will be eliminated by AI, like mostly like customer support or repeating
Yeah.
tasks that
Yeah.
we are doing in our regular day work. But yeah, it's like we are human, and we are really adaptive really quickly. We can adapt really quickly, and I don't fear of AI, and people shouldn't fear of AI. They should adopt it, they should use it as
Embrace it. Yeah.
much as they can. Yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of when the computers came out, and I was working in advertising, and we were scared, as graphic designers, we used to do the mock-ups by hand. It
Yeah.
was not on a computer. And then I remember one computer showed up, and then they let go a couple of people, the older people working there, and they got replaced by a computer. But most embraced the computer. They just said, this is another tool. And then for a while there, you had artists that were graphic designers. Now I'd say a majority of graphic designers aren't really artists.
Yeah.
They can't even draw a stick figure, they'll tell you, but they're some of the best graphic designers. Some of
Yeah.
my friends, they always joke, Joe, I can't paint a picture, but their designs are beautiful. Like, they know design, composition,
Mm.
they have an eye for it. Sometimes being a painter or a photographer, it gets your mind too busy, where just anybody could come and use the AI, use a
Yeah.
computer, and just get their thoughts out.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's,
Exactly.
it's it's good. Yeah, the future looks bright. We'll see. Just don't create Skynet. Don't invent Skynet yet. Not gonna. This is the origin story video. This is
Yeah.
I had him on, and now he created these robots. So they're
Yeah.
taking over the world.
Yeah,
They're
but
taking pictures of people.
it'll be fun. Well, probably
It'll be
we'll
fun.
have a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
lot of fun with such tool. Yeah, it's pretty interesting time and very exciting time. I'm super happy that we are
yeah,
living in such time,
yeah. It
and
is
I'm
fun.
looking forward to it.
It is fun, but yeah, I kept you over an hour, so I don't want to. I know you're over there. What, 6 hours, 5 hours ahead, I think, because of daylight savings.
Yeah,
Soon next
5
week
hours,
you'll be 6 hours ahead,
6
maybe.
hours. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, but thanks for doing this, and everyone, thanks for watching, joining. Interpret, as always, thanks for joining. Headshotly.ai. Nafis has been nice enough to do this session, and find you on Facebook, right? We'll
Yeah.
see you in the LoudEgg group. Or Ken Moo's group, all the groups, and we could talk more there and continue the conversation. And let's do another one of these in the future.
Yeah, sure, sure. I'm looking forward to it, and thank you so
Cool.
much for having me. It was really
Yeah,
fun and really, really
yeah.
interesting to talk with
It's
you.
good coffee talk we had. Good tea
Yeah.
time. All right. See you, Nafis. I'll talk to you guys
See you.
later. Talk to everyone
Bye.
later. Thanks. Bye.
Have a great day.
You too.